Hello, future viewers. Welcome back. We got a battle scene next. I've done the off-screen stuff that I said I would. And I've been thinking a little bit on kind of why I've been doing this and what's been happening versus what I would like to happen. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I enjoy it, of course. But another is that games are not like movies, where there's classics that live forever. Although, to be honest, people don't watch Casablanca as often now as they did decades ago. And Shining Force is not Casablanca, but I still... It still bugs me that things like this are gonna be forgotten, and I'd like to do just a little bit to help keep this in the memories of people. These games really deserve something a lot better than what I'm doing, where you can hear the controller and all the other miscellaneous sounds that shouldn't be in a YouTube playthrough. This needs a professional studio with, I don't know, some voice actors involved, and someone who understands everything and doesn't miss stuff like I have. I think the speedrunners are doing more to preserve these games than anything else. I mean, people, they're very dedicated, they really love these games, that's why I talk about them so much. But I'd like to do at least a little bit, you know? Well, these skeletons. Their base stats are the same, but they have better gear now. They have equipped shield rings, unlike those mages which had unequipped shield rings. But I'd say that's not so much that they cause any very serious problems for me. I can get past defense like that much better than I could when I first encountered them and their defense was 16. And then there's this guy, who is still scary. Although I can handle an attack of 33 better than I used to. Well, seeing as there's enemies to the sides here, it looks like a map where I should split up. But I think I should deal with these enemies right in front of me first. The worms are also new. Their stats are not amazing, but they might have breath weapons, so I gotta be careful. There's plenty of hellhounds, which we've seen use breath weapons before, so there's no question about it. So we've got a bat coming in on this side. I think I should leave 2 people behind to deal with it. Just in general, I think as long as I'm fighting these guys 2v1 on every front, I'll be okay. And May is back, of course. Guns can move, hooray! And he hits very hard, but his low health means that he's actually kind of flimsy in the face of breath weapons, so I need to be careful about that. Silo is kind of the opposite. He has low defense but a good health pool. Right, so I think Gort should be... nah. Actually, who should I have out fighting the bat? I think Balboroy would be a good job because I don't have to worry about the bat moving somewhere that's inaccessible for him. And Max stays very safe. I don't even really need to get kills for him right now. 13 is reasonable for where I am. And the only mages that I see... yeah, I don't see any of them except this one up here, and I don't think he's gonna move very much. I would like to get Gong to throw some punches now that he's gained a power level. Because despite that power level, he's still kind of behind. And I may need to have Balbaroy power Chris up with the power ring for at least one kill. Alright, they're staying where they are. If I don't play this right, what could happen is that the monsters on the sides could charge in while I'm dealing with the front here. So I think now's a good time to split up and deal with the side stuff. I can leave a few people here in the way. Maybe. I'm not 100% on AI behavior here. Alright, you stay here. Xylo can take care of himself. That should set up Gong pretty well. Okay, that's the stat he needs the most, so sure. Seems good to me. So I need to see whether the monsters to the side move anymore. As much as I'd like to get a kill for Guns, I think Gong needs more. Because setting it up for him is a little trickier. I don't think double attacks happen with breath weapons. Alright, so they don't move. The initiative is up to me, in which case I think I'll stick with my original plan, just modified a little bit, which is to deal with the bats first. Well, at least that one didn't double attack. That would have been bad. Gort doesn't disappoint. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I say to myself, you know, I wish I had someone else other than Gort. Like, he's done really well. Nope. I want to have Balbaroy power ring Chris and deal with that bat. That'll be the only kill she needs for now. I hope. Of course that can happen. That has happened a lot with those bats. In which case, I guess I'll... Oh, Chris moves first. Not so convinced that Chris can finish this bat off. 23 versus 14. I've had bad results from that before. And let me guess, they're both at 8. Yep. Alright, that's a little iffy. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. They've been doing that thing. I don't know what their evasion rate is exactly, but it's not the default one. Nope. Unless I'm extremely unlucky, that's not 1 in 32. It's not even 1 in 16. That's one of the nice things about spells, I guess. You don't have that problem. That's a little bit of a waste, though. Alright. So with that in mind, I guess it's time to move up. Chris will do the healing, of course. Well, let's get going. I wonder if there are other options I can do to make this go a little faster. Alright, so that only happens in later Shining Force games. Oh wow, they are seriously not moving. I was hoping for better from those guys. What would have made this map interesting would be if they all kind of closed in at the same time. That would be a tactical challenge. I'd be up for that. Alright. Wow. I was just talking about how he needed hit points, and look what happens. I'm gonna leave this spot open, though, because that seems like a good place for a Blaze 2. That seems like a very good place for a Blaze 2. In fact, I think I can start moving along... No, wait. Not Chris. Chris has stuff to do. But once that's done, I will have Chris move forward, or to the left. Maybe she can get a lucky strike. And for that reason, Balbaroy is also going to the left. I think these 4 plus Anri will be plenty for the center part. I'd use Freeze 2 if I had it, but I don't. Although Blaze 2 works fine here. Very nice. Oh, there we go. Okay. we are in good shape now. So, Gong can get another kill off of that, and he certainly needs it. Let's see, a defense of 20 versus an attack of 29. And they have... okay, yeah, I think Gong can handle that. I'd like someone else to finish the worm because it looks like they're worth a lot. Like, May. May would be good. Well, maybe it's not a huge difference. Actually, that's risky though. So someone else. Yeah, May is fine. You can do this. So I didn't show off what worms look like when they attack, but the demands of tactics, I guess. Let's see if these skeletons give more experience. They might not. Oh, they do! Okay, that's very kind of them. The old skeletons would give a lot less than that. I guess they count as a different enemy. Well, that's odd. That's very odd. Is the dog gonna stay there? I hope so. I think this plus a powering hit will be enough. Alright, so there is a little bit of resistance there. So you're on the lower end of 13. And for that matter, so are you. Alright, anyone can qualify for this, I'd say. Once again, I'd like to give that to Gong because, well, he's hurting a little bit. Yeah, they're all backing off up there. Well, I don't think one tile is going to stop the skeleton if he's really going for Anri, but... that's better. But first I have to make sure that Chris can reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no, wait on that. Anyways, we don't know if the Hellhound is going to move. That one certainly moved. I think breath attacks can crit though, so I gotta be careful. Yep, there that one comes. Yeah, you know you're dealing with fairly advanced enemies if just hitting them gives you that much experience. Alright, would Luke instant kill? He is pretty strong. Let's see, 27 versus 13. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Probably wouldn't be an instant kill, but why risk it? Yeah, just a little bit short. I can move the others back, though. Okay, more healing. Remember when I said Gong wasn't very good? Well, okay, technically there are some good reasons not to use him. I probably won't use him in my final team still, but he's been useful for a while. And there goes my plan for pulling back everyone who's on the left side, but that's okay. Stick with the plan. Alright, no power ring crack. That opens up my options a fair bit. Do I have any plans for this Hellhound? How close is Pele? Honestly not. I don't have anything special planned, but almost everyone needs experience more than Pele does. Yeah, I think I can reasonably do this. Although, would she survive a hit? That is rather important. Defense of 10 versus an attack of 25? Yeah, she'll be okay, provided that there are no double attack shenanigans. And Blaze 2 will be fine here. It worked out better than I thought. Okay. Let's have someone else take this place. Actually, yeah, this is also fine. There we go. Alright, so far things are working out. Now, as someone has already pointed out, the difficulty of this game seems a little bit odd. Considering that I haven't been repeating any maps for the experience grind, things should be getting more difficult, but they're not. In fact, they're looking pretty easy right now. And yeah, this is the part of the game where things are easiest. Once enemy breath weapons and magic gets more common and, well, actually, that's really the only thing to consider. Enemies will start using more things that pierce defense, and that's going to alter the difficulty curve a little bit. But right now it's as easy as it gets in this game. Alright, what do we have on this side? Just the bat, really. And now I can have Luke go back. Oh, there's something I forgot to tell you about, which is how Shining Force tallies levels towards learning new spells. It's fairly specific in that it's not randomized at all. A character gains a spell at a specific level, and then at another specific level a spell levels up. So for example, Tao will always learn Blaze 4 at level 20. But this interacts with promotions in a somewhat odd way. In that, well, that worked out. Now Chris finally has a way to gain experience without necessarily having to heal something, but it's not an amazing amount. I shouldn't discount it as a method, though. Anyway, for spell gains. The Shining Force 1 counts the number of levels you gain. So, for example, if I leveled Tao to level 19 and then promoted her, she would gain Blaze 4 at the next level she gained. As far as I know, this is the only Shining Force game that works that way. In later Shining Force games, it gives you a spell at level X, where X is your current experience level. And this means that leaving mages unpromoted is not as productive as it is in Shining Force 1. For example, in Shining Force 2, you are allowed to get promoted at level 20, but you can stay at your current level until 40 if you really want to. And being promoted, promoted level 1 counts as being level 21, I believe. Which means that there's some spells that you cannot... Honestly, the implications are a little bit of a headache to me. It's a little bit easier to describe with Shining Force CD, where you promote at level 10. Because in that game, your promoted level is your level plus 10, and there's a lot of spells that are not learned until level 20 something or 30, which means there's a lot of levels that you can't learn unless promoted, and staying unpromoted doesn't help you all that much, because you have to regain all those levels without learning anything. Yeah, I know, I've been talking a lot while not moving or doing anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out how to explain all this. Well, that was a little bit of nothing. And I will be glad when I don't have to fight those things anymore. This looks like another job for Anri, if you... You didn't ask me. Asking me is impossible. I am glad these bats do not put you to sleep anymore, though. By the way, about that attack buff, and buffs in general, the game is not very good at keeping track of when something runs out. Much like in Phantasy Star 4, the game has to give the reason to check a character's numbers, such as when something changes, before it'll make anything like that wear off. Which means that Chris has one more powered-up attack left as long as she's not attacked by anything. Uh-oh. I did not think that they were going to move forward that quickly. Also, I'm kind of lucking out. Usually the Hellhounds breathe fire pretty much every time. But okay, not complaining. Okay, that works. And this Hellhound just moved forward, so I'm thinking of finishing that one off right now. Yep. I'm glad I decided to bring May back. She's doing really well. As much as I'd like to show off Freeze 2, with 1 health, I can't even... I'm not even sure I can justify Anri killing it. Yeah, I better just have Gong do that. Sorry. I'm sure I'll get plenty of other chances to show that off. Speaking of showing off, let's use that quick spell. Oh, it's single target? That's it? That's right, Quick 2 is the one that's area of effect. A defense increase of 10 is pretty good, but you see what I... You see what I said about... buffs not giving experience? That's changed in later games. In Shining Force 2, having an area of effect boost means you can level up pretty much as you want. There's... did I move Gong? Yes, I did. I'm not so smart. Oh well, leveling up Max is also good. Well, at least he has max health. He's not gonna get insta-killed anytime soon. Now this is the sort of place where having Bellroy helps a lot. Or just any kind of flyer. Because this is quite the choke point right here. So Freeze is not going to be great against the skeleton, but it might be okay against this formation up here. So, given that the skeleton is unlikely to move, I should deal with that first. Also, does anyone need healing? I miss being able to just look at anyone's health easily. I've already said that, but that's one quality of life thing that I really appreciate in most other games. Well, if this doesn't lure the skeleton out, nothing will. Or maybe it won't lure the skeleton out. Oopsie doodle. Alright, that's not where I want Pele to go. So anyone that I move up there is in for some trouble. They're in for a lot of trouble. So I better be really sure I can follow up. Well, if this doesn't work out, Henry, it was nice knowing you. Oh, anyone who's... how greedy am I going to be here? I think I can salvage this by just attacking the mage. Because May is plenty powerful enough to deal with it. Uh-oh. Does that end the battle? Because if it does, I was a fool. I was a fool. I missed out on some good experience because of that. Oh, well... Destiny averted, I guess. I guess it would have been too easy if we encountered the way to the place of destiny by accident, huh? Well, on the other hand, now the entire sea can't drain into there, so... silver lining, I guess. And that's where I came in. But hey, now that this place is stabilized, it's safe to go around here throughout Ring Reef. Hey, we solved a town problem. Yep. Well, yes and no. In Shining Forest, people are generally pretty nice. I mean, not everyone is saintly, but it's a pretty good place to live overall. Yep. Oh, I thought the secret was something else. I didn't know he was from Gardania. Well, nice of the game to make sure that I knew even if I messed up with my text, huh? Well, I think that just about does it for this part of the game. I think we're done for now. Well, thanks as always for sticking around. We will see you next time.